Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Outsider Sports Talk video. And today we have a bit of a topic that I had a little short conversation with, thanks to, you know, my buddy Pedro. Thanks for the little bit of a conversation we had because now this is a great topic we can talk about, and that is to make our best starting 11 from this World Cup so far. And as of today, the match between Argentina and Croatia was played, and Argentina won 3-0. So this is where we're at so far in the tournament. So anything that changes after this, who knows if anything might change, but this is what we have so far. But I mean, here goes nothing. Hopefully, you guys agree with our starting 11. If you have anything different, please let us know.
It's gonna win.
I hope you're ready.
This is your formation right here.
So yeah, real quick, we do have different formations, so we don't always agree on everything. All right, people, we got some differences. I'm going with the 4-1-2-1-2 formation. I think that works best with the players I chose. And Douglas, I believe, if I can click this correctly, is 3-4-3.
Offensive minded, man. I'm offensive minded. Come on.
All right, well, I guess without further ado, we can start off right off the bat. You can go or I can go. We'll start with goalie though. What do you want to do?
We're already on your formation. You go first with the goalie.
All right, we'll start with goalie and so forth and so on. Here we go. Goalie. This goalie's been great throughout the tournament and has been part of a team that has surprised everybody and has been insane, especially in clutch time. This man is none other than Bono. That is not him. How do you spell his name?
Bou.
I thought I had found this already. Aha! I didn't mess up. I'll edit that out. Anyway, Bono, he's been amazing. I mean, he's done a lot of saves, clutch saves, not just any. And he's definitely kept Morocco in the tournament this far. So, great goalie so far.
Well, I had a different goalie in mind originally, but I'm going to have to agree and say Yassine Bonu has been, I don't know if I'm going to say the best goalkeeper of the tournament so far, but has been the most consistent. And you know that Morocco has only conceded one goal in this World Cup. And although the defense has been outstanding, I'm going to attribute that to the confidence that Bonu has portrayed to his defense. I think when I've seen him play, he's very good in the air. He's very well positioned. And, probably the only thing that has gone well for Sevilla this year, because he is a Sevilla goalkeeper. So, yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you on that.
Nice. So, Bono it is. Now on to our defense. Now, Doug does have 3 defenders. I have 4. So I'll just kind of go through all of them, and then he'll go through all of his, so that way we can both separate it. I'm going to start with the right back. And, I mean, what can I say? The greatest right back of the World Cup. No argument at all. It has to be Hakim, Bono's teammate. I mean, this guy's been incredible. He's locked down everybody and anybody that's been on his side. Like you said, a big part of Morocco's success has been their defense, and I think Hakim is a big part of that. So, I mean, the way he locks down whoever comes towards him, that's been a big deal in this tournament. On to my first center back. Fortunately, they're not in the tournament anymore, but I think Nathan Ake has been absolutely incredible. If I can find him here. Come on. There he is. I knew he was here. See? Nathan Ake. I know Van Dijk is on his team, but I think more hustle has come out of Ake, and he's been, pushing the team's defense up until they got knocked out. So I think Ake made a big difference, and then Van Dijk was the rock back there helping with him too. So I'll take Ake in that first center back position. For my second center back position, such a great center back. but it looks like Messi decided to teach him some lessons on defending and just took him to school today. So I think, other than today, he has been solid in the back. Great leader for the defense. He's really pushed them, to work as a unit. So I like how he's been playing this whole World Cup. And for my final defensive position, it has to be Theo Hernandez, which
What a feeling.
should have not been playing because his brother started over him at the beginning of the cup, who got injured in the first game. And he came on and absolutely demolished. Has great speed, great attacking capability, and his physicality against any offense, any attacker, really helped him lock down, anybody on the wing. So again, there's my defense, but we're gonna go ahead and go into Doug's defense. Let's see what he's got.
That's a good defensive line, not gonna lie. Don't have much against it. I think all those defenders have been great. So I'm gonna go with my 3 defenders, not necessarily all center backs, but
Correct.
this is the line that I'm using. And first player, who I also agree has been the best right back in this World Cup, is gonna be Hakimi. So I think, again, what I mentioned earlier, a lot of credit to the defense, not just the goalie, but Hakimi. It's gonna be great to see him going against Mbappe. So looking forward to that. And then my other defender, we're gonna go with Romain Saiz. So another Morocco defender. Believe he is also the captain of this team. And if I'm gonna give credit to Bonu, if I'm gonna give credit to Hakimi, I need to give credit to the captain of this defense. And you know what? For my third defender, I'm just gonna have to agree with you on one of your picks, and I'm gonna go with Josko Guardiol from Croatia. Yes, absolutely embarrassed today by a 35-year-old Messi, but up to that point, he still has had a great tournament. So I'm not gonna hold it against him that he got beat by the greatest player of all time. So
great picks. I mean, Saiz, yeah, he's definitely the guy that held down that defense. To me, the reason I picked Hakimi is just the way that he stood out so much to me. So
he's got lungs.
He's got lungs. But onto our midfield. I'm gonna start with my defensive mid here, and someone who is also a part of a great team that has surprised everybody. My goodness, this is looking like a Morocco 11, but no, I'm just kidding. It's this player who's been playing for Morocco, obviously, this whole tournament, and he goes by the name Amrabat. He's been absolutely insane. I mean, if you want a box-to-box, defensive-minded, attacking-minded, whatever you want, hustler in the midfield who will disrupt the midfield, recover the ball quickly, and attack with you, that's your guy. I mean, this guy, as soon as the defense will recover from Morocco, you know who to give the ball to begin distributed immediately. So I give a lot of credit to Amrabat for a lot of, maybe not the most counters and the most attacking plays that Morocco had, because they were playing defensive mind most of the tournament, but he was a part of basically every attack. As soon as the ball was distributed upfield, you know who was starting that play. So I'll definitely start with Amrabat in my center defensive mid. I have 2 center mids who I think played extremely well, who are also eliminated from this tournament. But let's start with my first center mid. From England, a youngster, a future star of England.
Okay. All right.
Jude Bellingham, man. He walks on that field and you know he's a baller. You know what I mean? Like, he comes up into that midfield for England and he looks like he's had experience for years when he's so young still. So I think that's going to be England's star. That's definitely so. I have no argument against that man. Kid basically has been playing out of his mind in this tournament. I feel bad that they got eliminated, but he did have a great tournament. I'm gonna go with somebody else who I have criticized in the past. I'll be completely honest, and but he has played outstanding in this World Cup. They are also eliminated, but I'm gonna have to say, Bruno Fernandes, Portugal. Man, was I wrong about this guy?
Yes, you were.
From the Manchester United days before this World Cup, I always criticized that he wasn't, creating as much. He wasn't as attacking as, before he went to Man U. He obviously played in Portugal, and he was outstanding there. That's why he got signed. And he didn't bring the same, expectations were not met. Let's just say that to a Manchester United's fans' eyes. So then when he played in this World Cup, I saw the Bruno that we've always wanted. And I hope going back to the Premier League, we see the same exact one.
The Bruno that's constantly compared to Kevin De Bruyne.
The Bruno that was always compared to Kevin De Bruyne.
They swapped roles during this World Cup.
Yeah, De Bruyne was nowhere to be found, and Fernandes was spectacular. Just great vision. Like when you watch him play, he made some passes that, wow, outstanding. I don't know. He would see things that you wouldn't see. And to finish off the midfield here for my 4-1-2-1-2, I believe it might be his last World Cup. With a bit of a sad exit today. The number 10 for Croatia. None other than Luka Modric. He is the definition of age is just a number. He is the definition of aging like fine wine. Modric had one of the best tournaments this tournament. Even if all these other players are there, he is definitely one of the top players that performed here. And I think he is a big piece of why Croatia got so far. So yeah, that finishes up my midfield. And I think
that's pretty good. Not gonna lie. It's really good midfield.
All right, buddy. Up to your midfield.
Well, let's start off with one of my center mids. So I also agree that this man has been outstanding during this World Cup. Has surprised everyone with his team. And it's also gonna be Amrabat from Morocco. I saw his game against Portugal, and oh my God, was this man insane. He was all over the field, just defending, sliding, stand tackles. Everywhere he needed to be, he was there, and they just couldn't get past him. So credit to him. The other player that I will have in my center mid, as my center mid, it's gonna be none other than the American Tyler Adams, the one of the stars from Leeds United. I feel like, yeah, they were eliminated in the early stages, but every single game that he played, he was arguably the best player on the field. And just the way he defended, the way he controlled the ball, the tempo of the game, the way he created was just mind-blowing. I did not think he was as good as he performed during this World Cup. So Tyler Adams is going to be right there with Amrabat, stopping anyone from trying to get through in that midfield.
I like that.
Now, in my left mid, I'm going to put the guy that, as of right now, is still leading the average player ratings in the World Cup, and that will be Bruno Fernandes. I agree with you. Normally, I would be saying Kevin De Bruyne would be the one in this stage, leading this midfield, the one that was supposed to carry Belgium. But no, it has been Bruno. Bruno has been great. He's led Portugal as far as he could. especially in times where there might have been controversy with whether Ronaldo should start or not. He was still the captain, was able to lead them along with Pepe. So Bruno Fernandes, you already mentioned it, his vision, his passing has been outstanding. And as my right mid, got a very similar midfield in our squads because I'm also going for none other than the number 10 Croatian Luka Modric. And I think the way I'm gonna define Luka, a player that is surpassing your number 8 on the wall that you have right now. Okay, I won't go as far as to say that. Now I don't know yet.
Yay.
Modric is like wine. The older he gets, the better he gets. He still continues to control the tempo of the game. His passing is still great. He always has his shots. He's one of those players that you just never lose that skill and talent. And being 37 at this stage of the World Cup, after leading Croatia to the finals before, he just continues to amaze people and surpass expectations. It's my midfield right there. Not much different than yours, but
I mean, I'll have to admit, I forgot about Adams just because of the early exit, and I agree with you. Man, that was the rock for US. He was the one, he was their Amrabat. He was the guy who would always be there, recovering, attacking or defending, whatever it was. I like that pick. Now, I do have only 2 players left. And it's not really that hard for me to pick these 2. I mean, I think we know who it's going to be. And they happen to be teammates at a French club. They happen to possibly end up in the final facing each other.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Okay.
So let me start off with someone I'm not so fond of at times because I feel like he's a very selfish person on the field, and I have had my words about him. But I can't say anything about him because he's been playing insane. That's none other than Kylian Mbappe. This man. And I thought from our last video saying that Kyle Walker would be a great choice to start to lock down Mbappe. Was I wrong when he burned him on a 60-yard sprint with the ball at his feet, by the way? Okay, this was not a regular sprint. That man is faster than fast. He creates for France all the time. He's always a danger at any given moment. So there's nothing I can say, but he's been spectacular. And I think he's the leading scorer right now, am I correct? Or is he tied with somebody?
He's tied with someone.
Oh, he's tied with someone.
Yep.
Well, that transitions perfectly then. Because that someone that he's tied with for goals is none other than
Cristiano.
The old man, the 35-year-old, the finished, the no more can do, the can't play with Argentina, Lionel Messi. I mean, to be honest, I didn't expect a great performance from Messi just because how I've seen him been playing. Obviously from last year, he's picked it up with PSG this season. Obviously, he started off really well. So I said maybe he will have a good tournament, and maybe he'll fly a little bit under the radar, and maybe someone from Argentina will be the star. But no, he has led this team. He's created for the team. He wants this cup. It's his last World Cup, so he's playing. He's playing great. I can't say anything about it, but he's just been outstanding. His dribbling, maybe not as quick, but he still is very good with using his body. Very good at ball retention, and he uses that a lot, to create plays. Just like the assist from today. I mean, you saw, not the fastest, but he's able to know where you are standing and where to go, just by positioning himself correctly. So he's been great this World Cup. I have nothing to say. That's all I gotta say about that. I think that's my starting 11. And if I were to choose any of the other players we can talk about later, but so far I think these have been the best players this cup. And I hope I get to see Messi versus Mbappe in the final. That'd be a great final.
We saw it already there.
All right.
Well, that's a good offense you got there. And I'm not going to waste you guys' time. I'm going to go straight to my right wing and let you guys know, transitioning well also, that the right wing on my team will be none other than Lionel Messi. As you mentioned, he doesn't have the speed that he once had, but from what we saw against Guardiola in the game against Croatia, he doesn't need to constantly beat you in speed. He just needs to be ahead of you mentally. He always knows what he's going to do next. So, yeah, he beats him once, the player catches up. Beats him again, catches up, and then beats him again. To the point where beating him multiple times, he's already at the goal, creating a goal-scoring opportunity, and Alvarez just has to tap it in. Now, different than what we've been accustomed to see throughout the years, where he could just run full speed past everyone, just one try. And someone that's also not just tied with the top scorer with Mbappe, as we mentioned, with 5 goals. I know 3 of those 5 goals have been through penalties, but just like I don't blame Ronaldo when he scores penalties, I'm not going to blame Messi when he scores penalties, because they still have to make them. It's not their fault that they're good at making penalties. Blame the refs, as every team seems to be doing during this World Cup. Blame the refs for what's happening. But he's also assisting. So the only player behind right now, Bruno Fernandes, in the average ratings, is Messi. So this one was, without a question, without a doubt, gonna be my player as my right wing. So now I'm gonna go on to my left wing. None other than Kylian Mbappe.
Okay.
So, we got the best forwards right now being top scorers, but I know you mentioned Mbappe, traditionally selfish, which I agree with you, but he's got a couple assists in this World Cup also. So he's been playing differently than he has with PSG. Now, we know that at times when he's played at PSG and it's just been him and Messi, they played really great together. When you add Neymar into the lineup, for whatever reason, not saying it's Neymar's fault, they don't seem to flow the same. There seems to be more selfishness. But we see Messi succeeding with Argentina, and we see Mbappe succeeding with France. So I would like to see that as the final also, a rematch, in hopes that Argentina can get that revenge and able to win.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? I'm not knocking Morocco out, because again, that defense, if they made it this far and have been this solid and this consistent throughout the whole tournament, what's one more game, right? But as my striker, this was tough because I considered going with a player from each of the teams in either France or Argentina, teammates of either Mbappe or Messi. But ultimately, I had to go with Julian Alvarez. The reason for that was he's right behind Mbappe and Messi also in goal scoring. He's got 4 goals. Mbappe and Messi have 5 at this time. But the pressure that he constantly puts on the defense, just running and running all game nonstop, it's incredible. He's also got great stamina. And one thing to add, he was not a starter at the beginning of this World Cup. The coach, after Lautaro's bad performances and bad start, had to say, hey, I need you to step up, and I need goals. And he did just that. He came in, scored, became a starter, continued to score, continues to put pressure on the defenders, and continues to have a great chemistry with Messi. So I think this is my trio. I know might look a little weird, like maybe I don't have a defense, but with some tactics in mind, Adams and Alvarez dropping more Modric and Fernandes leading the sides, Messi cutting in as a cam with Mbappe and Alvarez pushing up. I think this is a great starting lineup that cannot be beaten.
Well, there you have it. There's Doug's starting 11. Here's my starting 11. There's Doug's again. Here's mine again.
Very similar.
We got a lot of similar players. We got a couple differences, but overall, I'd start either one. They're both great options. It's,
Give me two, three honorable mentions.
All right. Some of the honorable mentions I have. I did want to go with the striker, like a front three, kind of like you have. I would have said Gakpo. I know Gakpo came out early, obviously, because Netherlands lost, but man, he was doing great in the group stage and creating a lot of chances for Netherlands. And I think he played, probably the best as a striker until I think it was the game against Argentina where they actually played him more like a winger. And he actually wasn't as big as a threat that he was in the group stages. So I think that may have changed a little bit for him. But as a striker, I think he did really well. So I think Cody's his first name. Cody Gakpo's probably one of my honorable mentions. And my other one, see, I was gonna pick him. See, it was between Theo Hernandez and Acuna. I know Acuna may not have been maybe not the most outstanding or the star, but I do like how he plays. I think he plays really physical. He maybe didn't create as many. He likes to create attacking opportunities, but I didn't see many that were really a threat. Where the difference was with Theo, he really started up a big play or did a nice overlap or something. Acuna was playing more aggressively and like forcing a play, when Theo was more tactically, using his speed and his physicality to his advantage. So Acuna is a close second to Theo, I think. But he's still, he's been playing great. I just think Theo's been playing a little better. But I think those two, probably the ones I had the most trouble with, my left back and a forward. So between Gakpo and Acuna, those are probably my honorable mentions. I don't know.
Acuna does play very, very aggressive and intense. He does play that way. But I also had an honorable mention for my striker. But I was thinking Olivier Giroud. And also tied with Alvarez with 4 goals in the World Cup so far. But ultimately, the only reason I didn't go for him was because of that pressure and mobility that Alvarez can offer you over Giroud, who's more of a solid striker in the box type player. In the midfield, I almost left Adams out because I wanted to put in Kovacic, the older player from Croatia. Wow. I believe the Croatian coach had mentioned that Croatia had the best midfielder of the World Cup. No, not gonna agree or disagree with that because Modric was insane and Kovacic was doing fantastic also. Kovacic is one of those players that's a box to box and will get done whatever needs to get done. And then my third and last honorable mention, hopefully not a hot take, but it would have been in the goalie. So I consider leaving Bonu out and putting Emiliano Martinez, the Argentina goalkeeper. And I know that Argentina has conceded 5 goals. One of them was a crazy deflection though against Australia. 2 were just crazy plays against Netherlands. And then the other 2 were against Saudi Arabia in a game where Argentina just seemed to not be Argentina. But not taking any credit for those goals and those teams. But the reason I consider Martinez was because how he is in penalties. I feel like he's always someone that I can count on when it comes to penalties. And the trash talking that he does, I love it. I love it. He gets into the opponent's heads.
Yeah.
In stages like this.
Yeah. He does play a lot of mind games. Even back to the Copa America, I remember him just constantly yapping and talking to whoever's taking a PK. Just to get a little bit of, get him off concentration just a bit. Just to make him, second guess his shot. And then maybe he would get a block. So I agree with that. I like those picks. Now, out of these two. It's not up to us. But you guys need to vote. If you could choose a starting 11, or you can build your own starting 11 on createformation.com. Not a sponsor, by the way, but if they want to, let us know. You can create one, link it down in the comments and we can check it out. I don't know. Maybe you guys have a different lineup, but as of right now, I think we made some great choices. And luckily, we didn't have the same exact players, but we were able to differentiate just a little bit. But, hey, I like it. Let's get ready for the next game. We'll see if Morocco or France take it. But thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for being here. We'll see you guys in the next video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video out. We're on the road to 200 subscribers.
Oh,
we can do it. All right.
almost there.
You guys have a good one. I'll see you next time.
Peace.